Welcome to Esoterisphere. Gnosticism 101. The Demiurge, the blind god of creation. Welcome to Esoterisphere and our series, Gnosticism 101. In our exploration of Gnosticism, we've introduced the radical idea that the world around us isn't the perfect creation of a benevolent God, but a flawed prison. And every prison has a warden. This is one of the most challenging, and to be honest, one of the most compelling ideas in the history of religion. It asks us to look at the familiar world with new, suspicious eyes. If our reality is a cage, who is the jailer? Who is the architect of this grand, imperfect design? The Gnostics had a compelling and often disturbing answer, a being they called the Demiurge. The story of the Demiurge is a cosmic tragedy, beginning not with a grand design, but with a passionate mistake. The Gnostics believed in a transcendent, unknowable true God, who existed in a realm of pure light and perfection called the Pleroma. From this God emanated divine beings of light, known as the Aeons. One of the youngest of these, Sophia, the Aeon of wisdom, in a passionate desire to know the unknowable Father, acted alone, without her divine partner. Her passion created an imbalance, a disruption in the cosmic perfection. From this solitary, unbalanced act of creation, something imperfect was born. A monstrous, powerful, and incomplete entity. It had power, but no sense of its origin, no connection to the light. Horrified by what she had done, Sophia cast this being out into the darkness beyond the Pleroma, hiding him in a chaotic cloud so he could never see the perfect realm from which he came. Alone, adrift in a formless void, and completely ignorant of the true God above, this being, this Demiurge, looked around at the chaos he now commanded and made a profoundly arrogant error. He believed he was the only being in existence. He believed he was God. It was from this fundamental ignorance that he declared with jealous pride, "I am a jealous God. And there are no other gods before me." A line the Gnostics took directly from the Old Testament, reinterpreting it not as the word of the true God, but as the boast of a blind cosmic tyrant. The Gnostics gave this flawed creator many names, each revealing a different aspect of his nature. He was often called Yaldabaoth, a name that can be translated as child of chaos, a direct reference to his chaotic, unplanned birth from Sophia's error. Another common name was Saklas, an Aramaic word meaning the fool. This isn't to say he was stupid, far from it. His foolishness was cosmic in scale, a profound ignorance of the true divine realm that existed beyond his perception. He was a master craftsman who didn't know his place in the grand design. And perhaps most poetically, he was sometimes referred to as Samael, which can mean the blind god. This name powerfully emphasizes that his immense power was not matched by true spiritual sight or understanding. He could create worlds, but he could not see the truth. Believing himself to be the supreme being, the Demiurge set about creating his own version of the divine realm. But born of ignorance, his creation was a pale, flawed imitation. A suffering cosmos built on mechanical laws and cycles of decay, our material universe. To govern this new reality, he did not rule alone. He spawned a host of lesser beings, the Archons. A Greek word meaning rulers. These Archons act as his administrators and enforcers. They are the rulers of the 7 planetary spheres. The Moon and the Sun. Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Jupiter and Saturn. They act as celestial gatekeepers, cosmic toll collectors who work to keep human souls trapped within the cycles of the material world. They prevent souls from remembering their true origin and ascending back to the Pleroma. The Demiurge, in his blindness, sought to replicate the glory of the Pleroma. He created beauty, yes. The majesty of mountains, the wonder of the stars, the intricate dance of life. But to the Gnostics, this was the beauty of a cage. It was a counterfeit kingdom, a masterfully crafted distraction. Every wonder of the material world, every earthly passion and ambition, was just another bar on the prison. These things were designed to keep the divine spark within humanity asleep, entertained, and forgetful of its true divine nature. But there was a critical flaw in the Demiurge's plan. Unbeknownst to him, his mother, Sophia, in her sorrow, had managed to implant a fragment of her own divine essence into his creation, specifically within humanity. This is the famous Gnostic divine spark. This spark, a tiny piece of the light of the pleroma, yearns to return to its source. It is a light the Demiurge cannot create, cannot understand, and cannot control. And so he fears it. His entire system is built on a lie, and the awakened spark is the one thing that can expose it. He and his Archons work tirelessly to suppress this inner light, to bury it under layers of materialism, dogma, and distraction, to keep us focused on the shadows on the cave wall. For if that spark were to fully awaken, it would see the prison for what it is, and the warden for who he truly is. And so, the Demiurge sits on his throne. A powerful, magnificent, and ultimately tragic figure. The architect of our reality, the god of this world, yet a blind fool trapped in his own cosmic ignorance. Understanding this flawed creator is not an act of worship, but a crucial step in the Gnostic path to liberation. For how can you escape a prison if you do not first understand the nature of your jailer? Join us next time in Gnosticism 101 as we delve into the story of Sophia, the goddess of wisdom, and explore the cosmic error that set this entire tragic, beautiful, and profound drama in motion. If this deep dive into the Gnostic cosmos has sparked something in you, help this channel grow by liking this video and subscribing to Esoterisphere. Be sure to tap the notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into these ancient mysteries. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What does the idea of a blind god mean to you? Thank you for joining us on this journey. And remember, stay awake.